Hello everybody, it is me, Chasey Poo. Today I have like a really fun video. I feel like a lot of my videos lately have been like kind of serious, but I'm super excited to kind of talk to you about what happened this weekend. So this weekend was my 10-year high school reunion, and class of '08. We never did that. I don't think we did that. And I just kind of want to talk to you about my experience because I was super nervous, but I've also been looking forward to this since the day we graduated. And shout out to Jackson Bird, who literally made a video like talking about his 10-year reunion that happened like 2 weeks ago or something. So we both have a video on this, so make sure to check that out also. I'll put the link in the description below. So I just kind of want to talk to you about my experience because when I tell you that I've been looking forward to this since the day I graduated, I'm not even joking. I've been saying, I can't wait till our 10-year high school reunion. And the reason why is because I knew that I would be able to transition, okay? When I was in high school and I realized I was trans when I was 15, I didn't think you can transition. I didn't think that you would be able to. I didn't have any role models that were teenagers that were transitioning. It was either Jazz, who was 4 years old, or people who were like much older in their 20s, which for me when I was like 15 was very old, okay? So I was in a spot where I didn't even know it was like literally possible to be able to transition. So what I ended up doing is kind of repress, and you know, we all know this story, you know, you don't tell anybody and then you say I'm not trans and then it just comes back and it just goes away and comes back because it never actually went away. So that pattern happened forever, but I finally accepted it, and I knew that I wouldn't be able to do anything in high school because one, I didn't know you could, and two, because I didn't want to deal with high school kids because high school kids suck. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is like 2006, 2007, 2008, like, no thanks. So I kind of suppressed it as much as I could, and the second we graduated, I knew that my life was about to start. And I knew that in 10 years, I would finally be the person that I was supposed to be this entire time. And I know that sounds corny, it sounds like I'm joking, but I'm really not. Like, I knew that one day I would be able to be happy. And not that I wasn't happy in high school, because high school wasn't that bad for me. I was the only out lesbian though, and I will say that after we graduated, like 6 people came out, and I was like, really? You left me alone for 3 years? Still not over it, just saying. I didn't really get that much hate, honestly, but it was more hate towards myself from me. So it was really a lot of internalized stuff that I was dealing with, but I knew that eventually I would be happy and people would see that I was happy. Because before my graduating year, like, I didn't even think I was gonna graduate high school. And I think that once I knew that it was a possibility that I would be able to transition one day, that made me feel like I have a future and I can do things. So in the end, I got super excited because I was graduating high school, and I got super excited because I knew that in 10 years, I would see all of these people again and I would look completely different, but I would also be super happy. And I'm so glad that that happened, honestly, because it did. That's what happened. I've been looking forward to this moment for 10 years and it happened. I was invited to the reunion. I was super excited. I was nervous. And then the day came, and to be honest, I like almost forgot about it the day before. I was like, oh yeah, I think my high school reunion's tomorrow. And I put my clothes on, and you know what? I wanted to look good, so I put on a suit. You know why? Because I wanted to look good, and I feel so good when I wear that suit. I put that on, and I went, and I was nervous, and I felt like maybe I shouldn't go, because I was going alone because some of my friends weren't able to make it, like the ones that I still hang out with and still talk to and stuff like that. So I was really nervous that going in there by myself, but the second I walked in, it just felt so weird. It felt like no time had passed at all, but so much time had passed. And the thing is that I'm trans, right? I changed my Facebook when I graduated high school. I was like, nope, I changed Facebooks, but a bunch of people from high school had added me to that Facebook. I'm like, who knows? How did they know? Who told who, you know? Who told who that I'm trans? So I feel like a bunch of people already knew that I was transitioning, but it was like, it was a moment for me that I was nervous. And I'm gonna be completely honest with you, because this is who I am. I was looking forward to any inappropriate comments because you just kind of have to expect them sometimes. So it's not that like I'm gonna get inappropriate comments, I know it. No, it wasn't like that. It was, I'm ready if I do, okay? Because if I do, guess what's gonna happen? I'm gonna make a video about it. But I'm very happy to say that nothing bad happened, and I wanted to make this video because I had such a positive experience. And I talked about this on Twitter, and someone said like, this makes me want to graduate high school, and this makes me want to like go to my reunion. And I understand that some people, they can't be in that position, and they didn't, you know, they transitioned and they didn't have a good time in high school, and they don't want to deal with people, and that's fine. But for me, it was really important to kind of take that step. And I know it sounds corny, and in those 10 years, of course I doubted myself. Like, maybe I shouldn't go to my high school reunion because I look so different and I don't want to get misgendered and misnamed. And I kind of decided that it's worth it. It's worth it because I'm happy, and I feel like I was a happy kid in high school too, but it just, like, this is my life now, you know? And I kind of like being the trans person that people know, because I'm okay being out, I'm not stealth, I'm okay to be like a trans 101 person. So it makes me feel good to know that a bunch of people from my high school, if they didn't know, definitely now know. And if ever they have a trans person in their life, at least they know that there's me, that I could help them with something. I have videos, I don't know. Anyways, it was amazing to kind of rekindle friendships with people that I went to elementary school with. Like, that was so, it was so fun. And like, talk about their lives and talk about my life, and people were like, oh, what do you do? I'm like, I'm a full-time YouTuber, and they did not believe me. However, I will say that I was a trivia question. There was trivia on like the graduates, so like, who works on the Disney cruises, and like, who does this, who does that? And then I was question number 3, and it says, who's a full-time YouTuber? And I saw that and I almost cried. I was like, that is so fucking cool. My whole life, all I've ever wanted is someone to look up to and someone to be able to say, oh my God, I want to be you when I'm older. I didn't have that. So I had to become that. And it just, I feel like I've come so far from the person who didn't want to go and finish high school. Like, I wanted to drop out, to a person who now has their master's degree in sociology, which is up there, by the way. And I am doing what I love. I'm able to like be that person that people need. And I'm also able to just be myself and like make funny videos and talk about wieners and whatever. So all this to say that I had a really great time, and I'm not urging you or telling you that you need to go to your high school reunion at all. I just kind of wanted to talk to you about my experience, because it was something I was looking forward to for 10 years. And I even told people that, like, I got a message the night before from one of the people that I've actually been friends with since elementary school. Like, she was my best friend, and she emailed me and she said, do you want your picture beside your name on the name tag? And I said yes, because I knew that she was going to change my name to Chase Ross. Obviously not going to put my birth name, I wouldn't have gone. But she put my high school graduate photo, which, hunties, look at that. Look at that. High school was a weird time for a lot of people, and I will tell you that a lot of people said that, okay? When I was at the reunion, they were like looking at their picture like, I don't even look the same. Like, I was just going through some phases, and then I go down and I look at my picture, I'm like, same, and everyone was laughing. It just felt so good. I felt like I repressed a lot of high school because I knew I was trans and I knew that I couldn't do anything about it, so a lot of the memories that I have are negative, but going to my high school reunion kind of reminded me that there were some really cool people, and people are super accepting, and I feel very blessed and very privileged to be able to share that space with people. And I just, you know, of course I got some shit when I was in high school, and that's what I feel like I've been focusing on for like 10 years, and it's like, no, I'm gonna go because I want to change that image. I want people to see me for who I am, and I'm better and stuff like that. Not like I'm better than them, but I'm better than who I was before. But when I got there, everything changed. It wasn't like that at all. It was more like, oh my God, I actually had really great memories in high school, and I can't wait till the 20-year reunion, honestly. I can't wait to see everybody again and to know where their lives are going. And sometimes it's just ridiculous to see these people, they're 27 years old. I'm looking at them and I'm like, I've known you since we were 6. Like, that's almost my entire life. So it was just a really nice night, and something I look forward to. And honestly, I feel like I've reconnected with some people from high school to the point where we might actually hang out outside of these reunions, because our next reunion is like in 10 years. So everyone's gonna look a little bit different. Oh my God, so many people have kids and so many people are married. It's just like, you know, you don't realize you're getting old until the people in your friend group and the people you went to high school with are having kids and are married and buy houses. I'm like, you bought a house? You can afford a house? You're 27 years old. That's amazing. Anyway, so not that I'm comparing my life to theirs, and I was scared that I was going to do that. If I'm completely honest, I was like, oh no, I feel like people are very successful and I'm going to be comparing myself because, like, I'm not married, I don't have kids, I don't own a house, I live in an apartment still downtown, you know, and I just graduated. But talking to people, I feel like a lot of people were a bit hesitant to tell me what they were doing with their life, because some people were just doing like tech support, and that's what they would say, I just do tech support. But you know, if it's something that you love, then that's amazing, you know what I'm saying? And if it's not, then I really hope that they do find the career that they that they're looking for. But it was just like, it was just a very interesting position to be in, honestly. A lot of people are in university right now, and that's interesting because we're like a lot older, so some people like didn't go before and then decided to go. So I don't know why I'm telling you this whole story. I think I'm just like really happy, and it just felt really good to be around people and to kind of like, I don't know, embrace myself. I did hear my birth name like 3 times. I think it was like somebody was saying my name as a joke because of the trivia question. They didn't say it out loud, but like I heard it. It's like, oh, imagine if they say that name. It was something like that. And then someone else, an old friend of mine, said my old name. And I was like, that's a little bit weird that she said it, but it was in a joke way because we used to work together also after high school. So it was a story. So I'll tell you, I was not misgendered once. However, I was birth named it like 3 times. But, you know, it's fine. I just think of the positives, and I not that I felt like everyone was going to reject me because I'm trans, but I didn't feel like I was going to be so accepted with open arms, and people were very, very excited. Like, people I went to elementary school were very excited to see me and to hang out, and were very happy that I went, and I'm really glad that I did, and I'm really, 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 really hoping that if you've ever gone to your high school reunion and you had a good experience, I'd love for you to share that, because that would be so awesome. And if you had a negative experience, I'm so sorry. Not everyone has great high school experience. I focused on the negative for 10 years, and then I realized there was some positive out there. Whoops. But yeah, I'm gonna go because I think Beauty's hungry, but I just wanted to tell you this story. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you have a great, great week, and I will see you later. And of course, I'll make a video when it's the 20-year reunion. Hello. Bye.